Hello, this is Unlock 3, Listening and Speaking for B1 level. This video focuses on listening to. In this video, we are going to focus on some key vocabulary, and then with the listening exercise, we are going to practice how to listen for main ideas, and then how to listen for opinions. If you go to page 24 first, we need to understand some key vocabulary. This vocabulary will help us understand the listening better. Now, please stop this video and find a good dictionary online or printed. Check the meanings of these words first. If there is anything new for you, please find the meanings. After that, spend some time matching these words with these definitions. I will give you the answers when you come back. Okay, the answers are in 3, 2, 1. All right, so here, the first word is protect, protect, protect. And it means to keep safe from danger. Like dogs protect houses. The second one is zoology, zoology, zoology. Anything ends in logy is a science subject, is the study of animals. Zoo means, place of animals. Zoology is the study of animals. Number 3 is domesticated, domesticated, domesticated. In Latin, dome meaning house. So let's check E. Not wild. Domesticated animals are not in the nature. They are kept at home. So which animals are domesticated animals? Which animals are kept at home? Cats, dogs, fish, some birds. These are all domesticated animals. The next one is search, search, search. And what does that mean? It means look for something. When you need information, you search the internet, for example. Let's look at number 5. Issue, issue, issue. An issue is a subject or a problem, and this problem or subject causes concern and discussion, causes people to think about it and worry about it. For example, these days, coronavirus is a big issue. So coronavirus is a subject or is a problem, and it causes people to think about it a lot, to worry about it a lot, and a lot of people discuss this issue. Number 6 is suffer, suffer, suffer. And it means to feel pain or unhappiness. For example, these days, again, a lot of people suffer from COVID-19, the new coronavirus disease. So they feel pain and they are unhappy about it. Number 7 is humane, 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 which means kind and gentle. If you are humane, for example, if you are humane to animals, it means you are kind and gentle to animals. Number 8, conditions, 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 which means the situations in which someone lives or works. For example, the working conditions. If you are talking about the working conditions, it means you are working in a place and the situations, for example, the offices, the toilets, the restaurants, all kinds of facilities where you work or live. Number 9 is cruel, 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 and it means not kind. If you look at A and D, D is kind, A is not kind, so they are opposites. So we can say that cruel is the opposite of humane. Some people are cruel to animals. They beat them, I don't know, they kill them for fun. Now, on the same page, page 24, there is another exercise. In this exercise, we are going to use these same words to complete the sentences here. Again, please stop this video now and finish this exercise. After you come back, I'll give you the answers. Okay, the answers are in 3, 2, 1. So let's look at number 1 together. After graduating in something. So this is about graduating. After graduating, she got a job. So this must be about a kind of university study, because after this, she got a job. So which of these is about the study? If you remember, logy means the study. So number 1 must be zoology. So after graduating in zoology, my sister got a job working with animals in the zoo. Zoology, graduate. And if you look at the word graduate, you can use the word graduate with the preposition in. Graduate in zoology, graduate in history, graduate in engineering. Let's look at number 2. This animal organization. So there is an organization. Do you remember this word from the first page of the unit? They help to something. So we need a verb here. Endangered species. If you remember, endangered species are animals which are in danger, and this organization helps to protect. If you remember, protect means keep safe from danger. So it should be protect. What about number 3? People should treat animals in a way. Way is a noun. So probably to define this noun, we need an adjective. One of these words. We need one of the adjectives here to here. People should. So this is an advice or suggestion. Treat animals in a bad way or in a good way. Probably in a good way because it's a suggestion. It's an advice. So which of these? If you remember the word humane, which means kind. So that's a good way. Let's look at number 4. Some wild animals. So think about wild animals. Animals which live in nature. Animals like zebras. Animals like giraffes, lions, or tigers. Some wild animals. Something here. Captivity. I think in order to complete this question, you need to understand in captivity. In captivity means not free, not free. Maybe in a zoo. If you keep an animal in a zoo, it means the animal is in captivity. How do they feel? How do you think wild animals, which normally live in nature, in captivity? So they probably suffer. Yeah, they feel pain, right? And if you look at number 5, something in the zoo, oh, this is plural. Some things in the zoo are very good. All of the animals have plenty of space, treated well. So probably conditions, yeah. Plural, because this is also plural. And conditions means, if you remember conditions, it means the situations in which somebody lives or works. So these are the situations. All of the animals have plenty of space, a lot of space, and they are treated well. Let's look at number 6, the biggest something. So this is an adjective. We need a noun. The biggest something for many animal rights org is the use of animals in scientific experiments. Many animal rights organizations, so there's not only one, but more than one. So probably they are discussing something. So the biggest problem, the biggest topic, the biggest subject. Cats and dogs are the most common. If you remember cats, dogs, people keep keep them at home sometimes. So they are, which word means home? Domesticated animals. Yeah? A friend of mine has to, for his cat. I think this is a key for something for, and has to, after has to, there is a verb. So we need a verb here, and this verb is used with the preposition for, which went missing last week. Something is missing, so probably he wants to find it, or she wants to find it. So search is the best word. If you want to really learn these words, I think the best thing you can do to learn the meanings of the vocabulary items here in your notebook. Now, you should spend some time, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Spend some time, copy these sentences, but change a few things and write your own ideas, write your own sentences. For example, you can copy number 4, some wild animals suffer in captivity. Maybe you can change it. Some old people suffer from illnesses in hospitals. To make your own ideas. When you make your own sentences and use your own ideas, you can learn these items, vocabulary items, more easily. In the next listening, you will hear some of these, or maybe all of these words. Now, you are going to listen to a debate. A debate means, you will understand in a minute, you are going to listen to a debate about using animals for work. Using animals for work. We talked about it before. Now, is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? This is a debate. There are some people who think we must do it. Some people think we mustn't do it. Now, what are some reasons in favor of using animals for work? What are some reasons? We are going to try to find some reasons for using animals for work and some reasons against. Against means people don't like this. People think we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't use animals for work. So in favor of means it's okay to use animals for work. Against means it's not okay to use animals for work. Now I will please stop this video again. Spend 5 minutes in your notebook. Try to write a few reasons in favor of and a few reasons against using animals for work. After you come back, I will give you some ideas. So some reasons in favor of using animals for work could be to make work easy, for example. People use animals to make their work easy. For example, people use cows, horses in farms so that the farmer's work is easy. Some people use animals, for example, horses, to carry heavy things, or elephants to carry heavy things, and it makes their work easy. So this is a reason in favor of using animals for work, and it's okay. Another reason can be cheaper than using animals is cheaper than buying machines. Machines are usually expensive, and in some parts of the world, people don't have enough money to buy machines, so they use animals to do the work, especially on farms. Another reason it is good for difficult jobs. Using animals is good for difficult jobs. What kind of difficult jobs? For example, carrying things on mountains. A lot of people use donkeys to do this job because it's difficult for them. So they use animals to do it. So what other reason do you have? Another reason? I have 3 here. Do you have another one? Let's look at some reasons against using animals for work. One reason could be technology. We are living in 2020 now, and we have a lot of technology everywhere. So there is no need to use animals to do it, to do work. For example, if you are working on the farm, instead of using horses or cows, you can use maybe tractors, trucks to do the work. Using animals for work is not humane. If you remember the word humane, it means kind. If you use animals for work, animals suffer a lot. They are not free. They are maybe not treated well. Maybe they are not fed well. They don't eat well. And it's not humane. Another reason could be animal rights. People believe that, they can do everything. They can use animals for food. They can use animals for work. They can use animals for anything they need. But they don't think about animal rights. Animals have lives, and they need to live in their natural habitats. So using animals for work is against animal rights. Do you have another reason against using animals for work? Now, we are going to listen to two people. Two people are debating about using animals for work. This listening is 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Now listen and check what reasons they give in favor of using animals for work and what reasons they give against using animals for work. Do you hear any of these reasons? Maybe you wrote some reasons in your notebook. Do you hear any of them? So let's listen now.
1.4.
Hello. Today's debate is on using animals for work. The oldest domesticated animal is the dog. They protect our houses, look after us, and keep us safe. Other domesticated animals used for food include sheep, cows, and goats. The first donkeys were used by humans approximately 6,000 years ago in Egypt. Horses were domesticated 5,000 years ago in Europe and Asia. All these animals have been used to help human beings survive, either by providing food or by working for us. Horses, camels, elephants, they have all helped humans explore their land and transport goods from one place to another. But is this fair? And what about animal rights? To argue this issue with me today is Amy Johnson, an animal rights activist and writer. To argue against the issue is Dr. Jacob Kurian. Dr. Kurian is a professor of zoology and a writer of several books on animal welfare. You both have 2 minutes to introduce your point of view. Amy, would you like to begin?
Thank you for inviting me to this debate. It's well known that animals have worked side by side with humans for thousands of years. In fact, they helped us develop our civilization and have helped humans survive. Animals like elephants and horses were used to build amazing structures, like the pyramids. Yet their hard work and suffering are hardly ever acknowledged. Horses, camels, and elephants were used to transport armies and soldiers during wars. But many of these animals died in these wars. And there are other examples. Even now, dogs are used to pull sledges in cold climates, and elephants are used for logging. These animals work long hours for very little reward. Humans just use them to their advantage. My main argument is that in the modern world there is no longer any need to use animals for work. We have technology that can replace them. It is similar to using children to work in factories. 200 years ago, factory owners got rich by using children. Nowadays, people still get rich by using animals to do work for them. The problem is that the animals have no one to represent them and protect their rights. Even though animals work hard for us, they are often abandoned when they get sick or too old to work. They suffer. In short, I strongly believe that using animals for work is an old-fashioned and inhumane practice.
Thank you, Amy. Dr. Kurian, your introduction, please.
Thank you. It's true that animals have helped our civilization develop. Camels and horses helped us to carry goods across huge distances. Dogs helped us hunt and protected us from wild animals. I want to argue that in many developing countries, poor people still need animals to survive. These are people who can't afford cars, house alarms, or expensive machines. Another point is that without humans, these domesticated animals would not have been able to survive. They need us and we look after them. Not all animal use is abuse. There are many pet owners and animal lovers around the world who work in animal shelters and help animals. There are laws that stop animals suffering. Here's an interesting point. In modern cities, we don't see animals suffering. On the contrary, developed countries spend a lot of money every year on pet food, pet toys, and healthcare. We even have pet spas where our furry friends can get a massage and first-class treatment for a day. At the same time, there are still millions of children in the world who don't get this kind of treatment. They go without food or clothing. I strongly believe that in a modern society, people often care more for animals than the poor.
Thank you, both of you, for your arguments. Now let's hear from our listeners.
Okay, so when I listened to Amy, I heard that she talked about using animals for work is not humane, and she talked about animal rights. She mentioned technology, and Dr. Kurian mentioned the price, and he talked about people care more about animals than they care about poor people. So now, gentlemen, on the same page 25, you are going to listen to this one more time. This time you are going to listen for main ideas. What are the animals used for? These two people, Amy and Dr. Kurian, mentioned dogs, horses, elephants, and camels. Are they used for protection, building, transport, or war? So listen to this one more time and put check marks if you hear, for example, dogs used for buildings, transport, or wars. Stop this video now, go back, listen to the debate again, and put your check marks. I will give you the answers in a few minutes. Okay, here are the answers. So these two people, Amy and Dr. Kurian, said, for example, dogs are used for protection of houses. They are used for transport in some places. Horses and elephants are used for buildings, transport, and wars. And camels are used to transport people, and they are used in wars historically. This time we are going to listen again, but this time we are going to listen for opinions. Here you will see 6 opinions. Listen again and decide who expresses the opinions below. Is it Amy, A, or Dr. Kurian, K? Stop this video now, but before you listen again, guys, it's a very good idea to read the opinions, and then maybe, because you have listened twice now, maybe you can remember who said this. So first, read these statements. Try to guess the answer. Write A or K, A or K, A or K, and then listen again. We will check together later. Okay, the answers are here now in 3, 2, 1. Which opinions are Amy's opinions? So number 1, number 3, and number 6. And the others are Dr. Kurian's opinions. So this was a practice for listening for opinion. Now, if you want to practice speaking, if you want to speak well in B1 level, what you can do is this. To improve your speaking skills, you need to invest in some time. You need to spend some time to think about these ideas. Do you agree with them? Why? Why not? For example, this idea, animals should be replaced by technology. Do you agree? Why do you agree? Or why don't you agree? If you think about these ideas, and what is your opinion, spend some time. This can help you in your speaking skills. Another important way to practice speaking is probably writing. It's not very fun. It could be boring for many people. But if you, for example, take some of these ideas, sit down, take your notebook, and write what you think. For example, poor people need to use animals. What do you think about it? Do you agree? Why? Do you disagree? Why? So sit down and write maybe one paragraph about this to explain why do you think like you do. So as a summary, in this video, we focused on the second listening. We focused on the key vocabulary like protect, zoology, what else? Search, domesticated, humane, cruel, conditions, etc. We listened for main ideas, and we practiced listening for opinion. Remember, there are some extra exercises on the Cambridge website.